If there is something that nature has made us realise at this point in our lives, it's that anything, and I mean anything, can happen. So if by tomorrow all of a sudden a giant T-Rex would walk past my house, I wouldn't actually be that surprised. Well, hello guys, it's Thomas Heaton, and I'm here to play another game of Odd One Out, Natural History Edition with Google Arts and Culture. Okay, all jokes aside, nature is full of surprises, and when you think you've seen it all, a new creature is discovered which restores your faith in the impossible. But be careful, because not every creature you see on the internet is actually real. Even though there are an estimated 8.7 million species in the world, now that's a lot, we have to acknowledge the fact that 415 of those species are endangered. Now, as humans, we have amazing imaginations, so we're able to come up with a billion combinations to create fantastical creatures, and if that wasn't the case, well, J.K. Rowling would be out of a job. Still, many of these imaginary creatures stem from real ones, since imagination comes from the recreation of what we already know. So with that in mind, would you be able to distinguish which animal isn't real? Let's start with a practice exercise. The only thing you need to do is point out which one is not real. Fairly easy, right? Option 1, the Venezuelan poodle moth. Or option 2, the Loch Ness monster. I'll give you 5 seconds to think. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is time up. Did you guess correctly? The answer is option 2, the Loch Ness monster. Well, I did tell you that this would be an easy one. Even though some believe it to be real, there's yet no scientific evidence for the existence of Nessie. But if Nessie did exist, what type of creature would it be? Based on the commonly accepted descriptions of the Loch Ness monster, everything points to it being some type of plesiosaur, a large aquatic dinosaur that went extinct over 66 million years ago. Although scientists agree that because of different factors like the length of its neck and the size and age of the swan, only 10,000 years old when plesiosaurs went extinct 65 million years ago, it's likely that plesiosaurs have never existed in the area. Option number 1, on the other hand, no, it's definitely not a new Pokemon edition. This little fella is as real as it can be. It was discovered in 2009 when zoologist Arthur Anker photographed the poodle moth in the Gran Sabana region of Venezuela's Canaima National Park. The moth is believed to be related to the muslin moth, yet more information about this is yet to be analysed. Alright, I assume we're all feeling a bit more warmed up. Let's get to the real deal and amp it up a bit. This one is going to be harder, just a warning.
What?
The exercise is still the same, but this time you'll have 4 pictures to choose from, and you've got to select which animal is not real. Your options are number 1, an okapi, number 2, a plesiosaur, number 3, a niffler, number 4, a shoebill stork. So there you have it, which one of these animals isn't real? I'll give you 10 seconds to answer, although thinking about it, it could have been a bit more difficult. Do you know the answer? Okay, that's it, time's up. Did you guess correctly? The answer is option number 3, the niffler. Although this cute creature might seem real, unfortunately it's only real in the wizarding world. Described by magizoologist Newt Scamander, nifflers are rodent-like creatures with a long snout similar to that of a platypus. Since this adorable little creature has a predilection for anything glittery, goblins often kept them to dig deep into the earth looking for treasures. But beware, although nifflers are gentle and even affectionate, they can be destructive to belongings and should never be kept inside a house. Okay, enough of that, let's get on to the rest of the animals. First we have the okapi. These mythical-like mammals were first discovered in 1901 in the Congo region. Known also as the forest giraffe, these short-necked giraffes live in areas of dense rainforest. They are usually solitary creatures and repeatedly use the same well-trodden jungle paths when foraging for vegetation. Next we have the plesiosaur. As we discovered earlier, Nessie is thought to be a plesiosaur.
Hello.
These prehistoric marine reptiles first appeared 215 million years ago during the Triassic period. These ginormous animals could stretch up to 13 meters with their necks, taking almost half of their body length. The massive neck of a plesiosaur had up to 76 vertebrae that allowed them to stay stiff in order to swim streamlined when hunting. And finally, the shoe-billed stork. When I first saw this bird, many thoughts raced through my head, most of them terrifying thoughts. Is it a cartoon? Is it a dinosaur? Could it possibly be that a real bird looked like this? And well, the truth is, it is a bird. It's real, and for some strange reason, it looks terrifying and like it's planning to take over the world. This large bird, standing up to 1.2 meters tall, usually lives in swamps and lake shores in southern Sudan, where it hunts for large fish, frogs, and snakes. I can't believe that all of these animals actually exist. Well, not all of them because, we picked out some fake ones, but the real ones actually exist, and it's crazy to think what nature is really capable of. It never ceases to amaze me. So if you guys want to discover more fantastic creatures, make sure to check out the Google Arts and Culture Experiment feature, where, along with friends and family, you can solve jigsaw puzzles of fantastic real-life animals. So I hope you enjoyed this riveting game of Odd One Out. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one.